What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled Everything Isn't a Generational Curse. People talk about it from time to time, curses. And I was just sitting down thinking, I said, we blame too much on generational curses. Because I don't think people take into consideration what is a generational curse. Like people will say, I want to break the generational curse of poverty. Now I get it in the aspect of America, racism and caste system and that. But what I don't get is this. Our whole family tree that we know of wasn't poor. And poverty is not something biblically that's really a generational curse, because the vast majority of the people in the Bible were either poor or like blue collar type people. The vast majority of them. Jesus was, just a working class guy. So were the disciples basically when they started rocking with him like that. A few of them were upper class. The rest of them were like working class, and below type of guys. When you look at it into society, worldwide, the vast majority of the world is either working class or in poverty. To be in the upper class, you're always that's the top 10% of the 90% population of the world. So poverty is not a generational curse. It's something that happens in the world that's filled with inequality. Why do I say what I'm saying? Because a curse is something that happens from generation to generation. Some of these things that we call generational curses are vices. They're generational vices. You grew up in a household that this vice was acceptable. And then when you became an adult, you chose that vice because you were comfortable with it. And now all of a sudden it's a generational curse. No, it's a generational vice. Like, let's break the generational curse of obesity. No. Because if you look at your family pictures, the vast majority of those people in past generations were not overweight. They were not obese. That's not a generational curse. Or, I have the alcoholism and addiction running the family. No. That's a lie. Why am I saying that's a lie? What the heck? Damn fly. I'm saying that's a lie because when you become an adult, your generational curse didn't drive you to the liquor store. Didn't drive you to go see the dope man. Didn't drive you to the casino. Whatever your addiction is, didn't take you to go see quote unquote prostitutes or whatever, right? That's because I have an addictive personality because addiction runs in my family. No. That's a vice that you chose. It's not like the curse, generational curse took your body over and you just driving down the street. Hey, you just driving down the street and all of a sudden, oh, the curse. Oh, I don't know how I'm in here buying tequila and vodka and gin and whiskey and rum. Oh, I'm pulling out my money. Yeah, I'm getting it all. The curse. It's the curse of the liquor. The curse, and now I'm driving home. Hennessy in my hand. I'm sipping. I don't want to do this. This is the curse of the liquor. No, it's not what's going on. That's not a curse. You just, life is hard. And life may put you in a position where you're gonna have vices. I mean, I get that. I definitely get that. Life you will put you in a bind where you're gonna want a vice to ease your pain or mind, but that's not a curse. You know, like when people say curse, like look at the bright side. When you deal with people and this comes across twins running the family, that's generational. Multiple generations and multiple different people in their bloodline happen to. There's twins you can see. That's we got sickle cell in our family. That's generational. It goes down from one person to the next, to the next, to the next. I got this Lou Gossip hairline right here. It's generational. Cause everybody wound up with this hairline. I seen it before I cut mine off. Granddad had it, great granddad had it. It was passed down. It's a family heirloom. That's generational. But things like I said, like poverty, obesity, alcoholism, no. Because some people got out of poverty because they worked their behinds off and wound up being in the middle class or even wound up in the upper class. And then, as when they died, people, did bad things with the inheritance or the business. So you had success in your family. So that's not generational. The government interfered. Excuse me. Like I talked about my family, I have a family member who I actually have multiple family members, but we all have multiple family members. But I'm going somewhere with this. One of my family members owned land, oil, and a rig in Louisiana. When he died, they ran my great grandmother out of the town and stole the land, the oil, and the rig. She had to live in the projects in New Orleans to hide to the day she died. You get what I'm saying? I had other family members who owned businesses and land in New Orleans and in Mississippi. Some people have stuff, some people don't. So that's not a generational curse. Like some people wound up staying in the upper class, some people stay middle class, and some people went from upper middle class to poverty, and some of us grew up in quote unquote poverty, and that's just where we've been. But that's not, it's not like when you look across the generations that everybody was just poor. It wasn't like that. The up and downs of society, because when I talk about the land being stolen, there's also situations where people interfered in business dealings and stuff like that. So that's why I say the racism part, I get all of that. But everything isn't a generational curse, And the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes we give ourselves an excuse because we took on a generational vice, and it is great cover for us not actually pursuing our dreams and our passions and our aspirations. So I can blame it on a generational curse because my parents did this and my grandparents did this, and because of this vice, it slowed them down from getting to where they wanted to be. So I'm gonna grab this vice and say it was generational. It's not the case. I got a high sex drive because, my grandparents and parents had a lot of sex. and they cheated on each other. So I'm out here having sex and cheating. So I got a generational curse of being hypersexual. No. It's the highest sexual drive generational curse. We got to break it with celibacy. It's just not, it just don't make sense. Everything isn't a generational curse. It's just not. Sometimes it's just your best excuse. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.